Been outside today in the yard, working with my flowers. It's a pretty day today. The phone says it's 74 degrees at 5:45 p.m. I've done finished up for today, but it's really been nice out here today. Puppies has been playing, and the two cats that comes out here to play, they've been playing. Kittens and Buddy, they come out in the backyard and play some, and Dominique and Annabelle. It's just nice to be out in the yard today. Nice pretty spring day. I've been out here cleaning out from around my hydrangea flowers, getting the leaves off of them and softening up the dirt, and give each one of them a bucket of water. There's Kittens. Here's a little piece of a rose bush. I cleaned out from around it and give it some water too. That's what I've been doing out here today. Here's another hydrangea. And here's one. I planted all these but that last one there last year. The other one up there was a year before that. There's Dominique, he's helping me. Buddy must be went back in the house. They been in and out today. But I don't see Buddy, so evidently he went back in the house. There's Kittens out here, and the two puppies. I've got a banana tree right here that'll come back out. And a few lilies over here. I raked around them, trying to start me a little patch of them over here. They'll grow and spread, but it just takes a little while. But they're purple when they bloom. They're the ones that's out front. They're all purple. And here's another hydrangea bush. Don't step on it, Anna. Golly, if she steps on it, it'll break it. I left all the sticks where it would grow and be a little bigger this year. Sure don't want nothing to break it off. Here's another one. I've got 3 in the front yard. We'll go out there in a few minutes. I cleaned around all them today too. We've been sitting out here a little bit over here in this chair, and the dogs, they have that little cushion to sit on. Dominique, he has to have somewhere to sit. And Annabelle, she just runs around and plays. Dominique will run and play a little bit, then he sits down to rest. Like me. That's what I do a little bit, and then sit down and rest. Got a lot of leaves back here we're gonna have to rake up and get up off the ground, and some sticks. Same out front. Whole lot of yard work to do when it stays warm weather. We're having just a few warm days in between the cold ones, so I've got out here and made good of today. And here's another little piece of a rose bush. I cleaned out from around it, give it some water. But this one is the real pretty one. When it blooms out in May, it'll be full of roses. Pink. But I've had it planted a few years. The dogs has got out here and dug holes all in the ground here that used to be smooth. So we're going to have to rake this back over a little bit. But they was having fun. That's pieces of bamboo sprouts. We'll mow that off with the lawnmower. Got a lot of bamboo in the back of our yard here. We have to keep it out of the fence area though. But it makes a good border down there on the outside of the fence. The neighbor over here planted it years ago, he said, behind his house. And it spread it over here and all the way down past my house. So that stuff really spreads if you plant any of it. Okay, here we are in the front yard. Here's one of the hydrangeas. Got 3 out here. This is the one over here beside this big tree. They're all blue when they bloom. But they've all got green leaves on them. So they'll do good again this year. Here's another one. I've got sticks around it. Made a box where nobody wouldn't step on it or run over it. Hard to see it with all these leaves around, but I cleaned out around it. Give it some water. That one's got a square box. This one's got a triangle box. Got a rose bush piece in this big pot. And one little one over here in a pot. And there's a little one. I'm gonna get me some flowers this spring, some new ones. This was a piece of a rose bush, but I don't know if it's gonna make it or not. I don't see no leaves on it yet. It might have died. I'm gonna leave it there just in case. Just wait and see on it. These are mostly them mums. But that one will bloom out in that pot over there. It'll be pink. But it's just starting to get warm here a little bit. A few days at a time, so getting a little bit of spring fever. You like to get out in your yard and work with your flowers and grass and stuff. Won't be long. Be mowing some grass. But I'm looking forward to getting me some new flowers this spring, summer too. There's Precious. I got this flower stand last year too, and 2 flower pots to hang on it in May. So I'll probably get me 2 new flower pots to go on it. Them was pretty last year. Little pink ones. I got them around Mother's Day. That was them there in the 2 brown pots. But I don't know if they'll come back out or not. So I kind of just got the pot sitting there to wait and see about that too. But I'm going to get me some new ones also. I love flowers. And right here is 2 big old pink rose bushes also. They are beautiful when they bloom out too. Usually in May. Precious is out here, and Gray Kitty Bob, he's been out here today. Just a beautiful day today. Won't be long, it'll get staying like this every day. Then it'll start getting hot. But I like the springtime. And everything starts growing. Your flowers and your grass starts getting green. Pretty. And here's a big patch of lilies around this big tree. They'll bloom out about April. They're all purple. They were here when we got this house. And then I've took pieces of them and planted them around at other spots and made more of them. I took 6 little pieces and planted a circle around this tree a few years ago, and they have growed and spreaded too. Now I've put some around the bottom of this little flower tree bush. And I made me a bed of them over here. Right here, I believe I put 5 in there. And they growed and spreaded too. They're easy to grow them. But all of them is in purple. They're purple and white lilies. And I've got a rose bush right here. All my rose bushes are pink. Hadn't had a few blooms on it last year. And it's one right here, a little bitty one. Can't hardly see it, but it's a little piece of one in there too. Here it is. I got down here and raked around it with my hand. See, that's a little rose bush too.